Hello and welcome to episode 19 of the Nose Bros. First of all, thank you to all the people that have subscribed, etc. We now have over 500 subscribers, which is super cool. Secondly, I'm doing two videos, today and tomorrow. Today's is a first impression of a boot. Tomorrow's is a review on a piece of exercise equipment that is very inexpensive and that most people may or may not need. It's, one of those things. So that'll be tomorrow. So if you see another video come out and it doesn't have boots in the thumbnail, that's because it's not about boots. So today we're doing a first impression on a boot that I've been waiting to buy for a while. Things have never lined up. They've never been on sale and had my size. That's basically it until last week. So the boot is from Helm Boots in Austin, Texas, originally located in Turkey. See my other video on Helm Boots if you need to know some backstory about hair transplants, I guess. So Helm Boots makes their boots in Texas and in Brazil, I believe. And when I do the full review on this boot, I'll have all the specifics. But today we're going to talk about, out of the box, first impressions of quality, comfort, price, and aesthetics. So just those things. Additionally, the other Nose Bro is making a video with I think some political content, possibly about the minimum wage. So he'll be talking about that. Meanwhile, I'll be talking about these boots that make my feet look like turtles. And I like it. So this is the Hollis boot by Helm. It was on sale last week for $220, down from $295. It is a Blake stitched boot. I'll give you the quick rundown on the boot and then I'll go through my things. Cap toe, 6 eyelets, no speed hooks, gusseted up to about the third eyelet, leather lined, a padded insole with a clever quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson that says something along the lines of, "Do not go where the path may lead, but instead go where there is no path and leave a trail." All right, sort of very similar to Robert Frost and The Road Less Traveled. It's good to see American poets biting each other's style for likes. So today, olive green Hollis, out of the box. Construction on this looked top-notch. The only thing I found was a few stitching imperfections up here where they kind of get thinner on both sides. They get thinner and then thicker again, and then a little bit of like little loose stitching up here. But outside of that, the rest of the stitching is really top-notch. They did a really great job. So it is, construction-wise, leather, then this rubber, then leather, then the Commando outsole, which is actually pretty hard rubber, unlike the Alden Indies, which their heel block had already started to peel after just a few wears. This looks like it's going to last for a while. I've only worn these a couple times around the house. I'll be wearing them today to baseball practice because why not? I'm not playing baseball, I'm just coaching it. So, and it's cold out today, so boots are in session. Construction-wise, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give them an 8, maybe an 8.5. They're not really setting the world on fire with anything new, but I like the white strip was more of an aesthetic thing, but it also is cushioning, which I like, And inside, that cushioned heel and the cushioned insole, I'll make it a much easier boot when you first put it on. So comfort-wise, I would give it probably an 8.5, maybe even a 9 out of the box. Slides right on. It's got an almond-shaped toe, which I thought was going to be a bit of an issue because I have a 14E foot and these are 14Ds, but they do fit, which again, I feel like I'm lying about the E, but I did have it measured at the Red Wing store just a week and a half ago in their Brannick device, and it had me as an E. So, maybe they're lying. Maybe Helm is just making big feet for big people, big shoes. So almond-shaped toe, but it still actually holds my very voluminous forefoot. So it was comfortable. I walked around it for about 45 minutes in my house and in my garage, which has rubber floors for my gym. And yeah, it was definitely worth it. Or definitely a comfortable experience. So right out of the box, comfort, 8.5, 9. Let's see, aesthetics. Aesthetically, this is not changing anything. It's not a game changer. This is a boot. You got your heel counter stitching back here, you got stitching here, cap toe. It's a nice looking boot. I like the color a lot. I've always wanted an olive green boot. I have a kind of a forest green cap toe from Grant Stone, and I have a pair of Timberlands that are Celtics boots, Boston Celtics boots with the shamrock, say Celtics on them, and they're a garish type of green, which I can only wear for St. Patrick's Day or Celtics games. So this is more of an everyday sort of green. I like it. Yeah. Price. Oh, so aesthetics, I'd give it an 8. Again, not because there's something wrong with it, just because it's not anything groundbreaking. It's just a boot. This does seem sturdy. I guess that's a construction thing. But I kind of like being able to just slide these on. The interior, because the leather is so smooth in there, my feet slide right in. So, you know, comfort-wise, really nice. Aesthetic-wise, very nice. Price-wise, these were only $220. Now, they're normally $295, which still is not a terrible price for a boot like this. But $220 was a great price. It's less than some Thursday boots. And yes, I get it. It's Blake stitched, but, you know, it's still resolable, still recraftable. It's still a boot you can wear for a long time. It's also a bit lighter than a Goodyear welted boot. In fact, I got rid of my Hollis suedes because I thought they were cheap because they were so light. And I have a friend who still wears them because he's a bit of a dick. So these are light, they're comfortable, they look good out of the box. There don't seem to be any real defects, no loose grain, nothing with the leather. The stitching's like almost perfect. And yeah, so all told, scale of 1 to 10, I added up those numbers and I divided them by 4 and I got a 6. So, no, actually I got an 8. I didn't divide anything, but I said it's about an 8 overall. That's my first impression of it. It might be higher, it might be lower after I wear it for 5 or 6 weeks. So this will be in the rotation about 2 days a week for the next 5 weeks. And like today, I'll be going out to baseball practice and it's a little muddy out, so these are going to get a little beat up, and I'll be hitting ground balls at 13-year-olds like fucking rockets. I'm actually going to try and take one of their arms completely off. I'm going to have them charge the ball, and I'm going to hit it as hard as I possibly can. And, you know, one of us is going to win, one of us is going to lose. Technically, I'm their coach, but I also like to be their nemesis. That's kind of how it works. Let's see. Yeah, so tomorrow there'll be a video on a little piece of gym equipment called a Swissy, which you can look up online. And I'll tell you whether they're good or bad, worth it or not worth it, in my opinion. And apparently there will also be a video coming out explaining how the proletariat should rise up against the oppressive forces of excess capitalism. Or the reverse. I don't really know exactly what his video is gonna say, but it's gonna be something. But again, all that goes on, and my feet still look like turtles, so I don't care. All right, you all have a great day. Thank you for watching.